Gas prices remain elevated across the country, but Yahoo Finance senior columnist Rick Newman is here to bust some myths on all things gasoline. Rick, fire away.
I've been spending a lot of time understanding what is really driving up oil and gas prices, and also addressing a lot of misconceptions people have. People write into me almost constantly saying it's all Biden's fault. He's killing the oil and gas industry. So I've spent some effort getting to the bottom of this. I've outlined 5 myths and debunked them in a story we've got coming soon. But just a couple of things as an overview, Brian. The Biden administration has not really changed very much about oil and energy policy on the ground. Now, Biden clearly favors green energy and transitioning away from fossil fuels. But first of all, Congress hasn't passed any of his green energy plans, and the administration itself hasn't actually done much different. So things have not really changed. Now, people are looking at how can that be since gasoline prices are so much higher. This is really what's happening in the market for energy. This people don't know this, but when gas prices were so low, close to $2 a gallon from 2015 through 2020, oil producers were losing their shirts. They lost tons of money, mainly because they overproduced. There was too much supply, and they have just completely cut back on that. They don't want to get in an oversupply situation again. There were tons of bankruptcies. And the main reason that gas prices are tight in the United States and high right now is that oil producers here just do not want to produce too much oil. They're trying to be more disciplined than they have in the past. And that is the main reason right now that we're seeing gas prices where they are. People don't want to believe that. It's an easier explanation to say it's all Biden's fault, but really it's not.
Well, on the flip side, though, because a lot of this has to do with messaging, right, Rick, which we talked to you a lot about, it seems like President Biden hasn't necessarily done himself any favors by saying inflation is Putin's fault, right? Because, you can link perhaps the energy story more directly to Russia, but there was inflation before Russia invaded Ukraine.
Right. So I've broken this down. About 15 to 20% of the increase in oil and gasoline prices during the last 12 months, or let's just go back to the beginning of when Biden took office in 2021. Only about 15 to 20% of those price hikes happened since the February 24th Russian invasion of Ukraine, which means about 80% of the price hikes happened before that when markets did not yet have to factor in what was happening with Russia and all the sanctions and disruptions to the energy supply. So most of that price hike came before Russia invaded Ukraine, regardless of what Biden says. Still, this is largely the result of a recovering global economy. Oil prices are going up worldwide. It's a worldwide market, not a U.S. market. Oil prices are going up worldwide, and the United States just simply has to pay those prices. And what happened from 2015 to 2020, which is U.S. suppliers jumped in and provided a lot of excess capacity to the oil markets. They are not doing that anymore because they got tired of losing money, and so did their investors and their lenders. So U.S. producers are not coming to the rescue and putting excess capacity into the market as they did during the last 6 or 7 years. And that is why oil prices are most of the reason why oil prices are high and staying high.
Encourage everyone to check out Rick's piece. It's on the Yahoo Finance homepage right now, very in-depth. Rick Newman, we'll talk to you soon.
Bye, guys.